Heavy rain has caused flooding in Port St. John's in the Eastern Cape. Residents in various parts of the municipality have been affected. Let's speak now to the spokesperson for the cooperative governance. In fact, we're speaking to the cooperative governance MEC spokesperson, Pheello Oliphant, who says that disaster management teams have been dispatched to the affected areas. Let's bring him in. A very good evening to you, so grateful for your time. So speak to us about how bad the situation is tonight on the ground.
Good evening, Tembekile and the viewers. At present, the situation is dire. It is raining cats and dogs, heavy downpours, which has resulted in severe flooding, started this afternoon in Port St. John's. This resulted in localized flooding, and some few people have been washed away by the floods. The trees have been uprooted. The town hall, where the council was busy with this, the municipal council was busy with its business council, the water flooded the whole town hall, and the municipal council had to abandon the meeting. And the town and the neighboring villages have been severely affected. And as a result now, the people have been rescued from where they are staying. They have been evacuated from where they are staying, and the schools have been affected, the shops, the businesses, as well as garages. And the major towns, the trees have fallen on the major towns that enters and exit the town.
And speak to us then about the people who've now had to be evacuated. How many and where have they been taken?
At present, the disaster management team has been dispatched, and they are doing assessment. We cannot, as now, confirm how many people have been affected.
Do you know if it's dozens or if it's hundreds at the very least?
Yeah, it's dozens of the people, and many people have evacuated and have gone to the places of safety.
And Pheello, at this early stage, just in terms of the areas that are worst affected, are you able to tell if it's in the suburbs, in townships, or in informal settlements, as is very often the case?
Basically, it is the whole of the municipalities. The most affected places are the informal settlement. The towns have not been severely affected, but the most places that have been affected are the people who live in low-lying areas. And the other challenge that has happened is that the electric power poles have been uprooted. The trees have been uprooted. It's a dire situation, Tembeki.
And do we expect there to be outages then because of the damaged electricity infrastructure? Will people also have to go without lights tonight?
It is like that, Tembeki.
And schools, you said some of them have been affected. How widespread is the damage that's affected schools, and what will the implications be for learning tomorrow? Is schooling basically cancelled in Port St. John's, at least for Friday?
It is still raining throughout the night in terms of the South African Weather Service, and we think that it will rain, and most probably the schooling will be affected.
I may have missed this earlier, but are there any reports of injuries or fatalities from these floods?
Because the rain only arrived this afternoon, no fatalities have been reported on the ground at present.
And what is the advice for people who want to come either in or out of Port St. John's in the next, let's say, 12 to 24 hours?
Yeah, the department is issuing an advice to the communities and people who want to travel to Port St. John's to please postpone their travel until the situation comes back to normalcy.
Pheello Oliphant, spokesperson for the MEC for Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in the Eastern Cape. Thank you, sir.